quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Hardaway goes in. That one drops for him.
Almost whenever he wants to, Penny can get to the hoop. He's that good with the rock.
Pass to O'Neal. And the dunk by O'Neal.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Now here's Young. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Lets it fly from 18. Hill pulls it in.
Well, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
Here's Minnesota. They're on a 16-6 run. Pass to Shaq. Antetokounmpo with the steal. Left side Durant. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And always hovering around the 50, 40, 90 mark, Kevin Durant is both prolific and Greg efficient.
And Kevin, you want to talk about guys in this league who make winning plays time and time again? KD is right at the top of that list.
And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So, no doubt, expectations will be high.
Here is Jordan, following the score by Derrick Rose. 6 on the shot clock. Screened by Porzingis. And Hardaway gets it to go.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
.141 left to play in the first quarter. The rebound by Jordan.
Come on, you can't be doing that. I know these guys want to put on a show, but you can't pass up scoring opportunities.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Yeah, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. Pass to Shaq. O'Neal is double. He's looking for Mobley and finds him.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Out to Porzingis. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by O'Neal.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Another shot. Oh, the jam by O'Neal!
One of the most ferocious dunkers we've ever seen. Shaq capable of bringing down the entire basket.
Timberwolves leading by 9. With the slam.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
Yeah, incredible play on both ends of the floor. There may be too big of a gap here.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
He's an explosive athlete with tremendous positional size. Hardaway has no issue mixing it up inside.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Hill. Scoreless thus far. And it's Hill with the jam.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, it's not difficult to figure out why they built this lead. They have been dominant in the paint. Well, that's why he's out there using his size in the paint.
And here's Anthony for 3. And so it's Minnesota holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're feeling very good.
The Knicks, 15.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Timberwolves?
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on it.
And another thing Coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities. The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Back to Thompson. Pulls it up. The Knicks pull it in. And 3 from Jordan. Duncan grabs the rebound. Minnesota leading by 11. Pass to Cunningham. And the rebound. By Antetokounmpo, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Buzelis with the ball, now guarded by Tatum. Yes, that goes in. Buzelis has got his first 2 points.
And that's how they're going to trim this lead. Play tough D, force some turnovers, and then push it in transition.
And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Knicks trail by 9. That'll be played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. The kick out to Anunoby. And that comes off the assist by Duncan. Anunoby's got his first 3 points of the game. And we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan. Do you miss it?
Do I miss the paychecks? Yeah, payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about now, though? What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof. But look, the trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security, Kevin.
Outside Tatum. Outside, Payton wants to get it to Antetokounmpo and does. And pushing it up, here's New York. Buzelis with the ball. He's picked up by Anunoby. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Back to Jordan. 5 on the clock. New York needs to get off a shot. Antetokounmpo, no good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Out to Duncan. On the high post. The Timberwolves again can't hit. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. They are just killing them on the interior.
Timberwolves leading by 8. Here's Payton. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. It's good from the top of the key. Payton's got 5 now.
And the intelligence of Payton, reading defenses like a book and understanding when to take the shot.
English on the wing. Sinks the three-pointer. English has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Here's Jordan. It doesn't go for him.
Oh, man, still a goose egg for him in the scoring column.
And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And he's at nearly 90% from the free throw line this season, so having a terrific year.
So both teams changing it up here. And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. Timberwolves leading by 14. Bounce pass from Rose. The kick out to Hill. And they recover it. And the dunk by O'Neal.
The sprint of O'Neal is otherworldly.
Here's KD. KD, so efficient in there.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And Rose throws it down hard.
And when Rose goes on the attack, he stays on the attack, fights his way through the contact.
Irving looking for an opening. Outside Durant. Screen by Durant. Irving for three. Minnesota with the rebound.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And now the Knicks on the break. And Durant puts up a deep three. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. KD's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, he's picking it up here in the second quarter after a slow start.
Pass to Thompson. Three-pointer. Offensive rebound. Here's O'Neal. And Shaq with the slam.
Guys, I feel bad for the rim on that one. Shaq is one powerful dude.
Outside for Durant. It's stolen by Hill. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. 52 seconds left here in the second. Pass to Thompson. Puts up a deep three. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
With his strong shot mechanics, these long-range shots tend to look easy for Thompson.
And then Cousins with the dunk.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Right side O'Neal. Pass to Rose. 5 to shoot. Screen by O'Neal. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And another three for Minnesota.
Arguably the smoothest jumper in the game, Klay Thompson.
The three from KD. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Now Rose. Lobbed up there for O'Neal. And finished off by O'Neal.
And the big guy is doing big things offensively. O'Neal knows his team counts on him to rack up points.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, Giannis Antetokounmpo is not willing to puff out his chest and chase accolades. He said, I put the work in. That's how I get my confidence. I don't follow the media or my stats. What I know is that I put the work in, and I try to be the best version of myself. And that focus has served him well. Kevin?
It has. You know, his dedication, David, unquestioned. And we appreciate your report. Guys, nothing has really come easy for him today.
Yeah, definitely not their best basketball. Man, the body control and focus. I mean, Jordan able to draw the foul and still finish the basket.
Minnesota making a switch here. There has been, Coach, a lot of talk about how players today are better than ever before. Do you agree with that?
Well, absolutely. Isn't that the way evolution works,
right?
Kevin? They're bigger, stronger, faster, but everyone builds on the players who came before them, and the guys today would not be where they are without the guys before who laid the foundation.
Here's Hardaway, and the Knicks miss again.
Not a great start to the second half, just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
It's Richardson on the wing. Pass to Mobley. And the foul. Called on Antetokounmpo. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. On defense, New York. Tatum wide open. He fires one. And the three off target.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
The drive, the willpower of Michael Jordan is on a completely different level. He is competing every second he is on the floor and always looking for any way he can beat you.
And so Jordan nails both of them. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. And here is Anthony. He has 5. And the shot goes down. Anthony's got 7 points in the game.
Oh, how about Carmelo's handles there? Staying patient and creating for himself out of the offense.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession.
Knicks substitution. Number 51. Kristaps Porzingis.
Here's Jordan. He has 5. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Jordan's got 8 here in the quarter.
There's a ferocity and intensity to Jordan, but he also has the finesse and skill.
Michael Jordan on the wing. Launches a 3. Some nice passing by New York here. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board.
Well, you win and lose as a team, so the fact that they're trailing isn't all on him. But with that said, he's had rough shooting. Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
To Porzingis. Thompson with it. And Gary Payton is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Jordan, high post. He's got 8. Porzingis can't hit.
Yeah, well, that's a shot the defense is probably going to let him keep taking.
From the wing. Off the left rim and out. A difficult situation for New York. Pass to Holmgren. Screen by Porzingis. To the paint. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And proving how versatile he can be. Holmgren, fantastic dime in the screen and roll.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. stretch here. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Outside, English. Inside, Mobley. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to go on Penny Hardaway.
Strong finish by Mobley. He is a load to handle.
And landing zone fouls have been a part of the... Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
Rose surveying the D. And he slams it down right on top of Kevin Durant.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. It's Thompson off the drive. English pulls it in.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Man, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Third team foul.
Here's English. They lead by 24, their biggest margin. Outside Jackson. Pass to Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting.
Back to Hardaway. For the three. New York missing again. Here's Rose. They get it back. Outside Hill. English outside. From outside the arc. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
Fourth team foul.
It's on Kevin Durant. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Minnesota.
Well, they've been owning the painted area offensively. I love the intensity they're playing with down there.
And you can't ignore their passing. All game long, they've done a great job of just delivering the ball in rhythm right where it needs to be.
On its way from Irving for 2. And the Knicks miss again. So it's the Timberwolves now. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And the ever-growing confidence in Mobley inside, he knows these are shots he can make consistently.
This is his second attempt at the line tonight.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as he'd like. And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far. And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Durant, no good.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
And English gets it to go.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
New York takes timeout. They're having trouble stopping this run.
And the more trips they continue to come up empty, the more the pressure builds on them.
Here's Hardaway. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Hardaway has got 9.
Well, he's playing great tonight, but not quite well enough to carry the entire team. They need to find some other contributors.
And now, here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. And Hardaway gets it to go.
And it's that in-between area, the mid-range. It's where Hardaway is probably most comfortable with his shot.
Anthony with it. 7 points in the game. There's the triple. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Minnesota on top, opening up.
24.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Now the Knicks with it. On the wing, Jones. Pass to Holmgren. Banchero with the ball. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Shaq. Back in 2022, the #1 overall pick was Paolo Banchero. What do you think of his game?
You have to love his game, Kevin. I mean, handles the ball as a big guy at 6'10", makes plays for other people, scores, gets to the free throw line. All-star game in his second year. And on that team, he has really, really looked to defend. This guy's future is bright.
And their coach is another guy from the Seattle area, right, who has come on the NBA and starred.
There have been quite a few of them.
To the middle. Duncan with some nice D. Anthony taking his time here. That 3 off the mark.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
And Gary Payton is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. New York moving it around. Jones for 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. From past the arc. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Now here's Hardaway. From deep three-point land. New York, no good that time either.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And the rejection by Giannis. Here's Banchero. And it's sent back by O'Neal. It's out of bounds. Last touch by O'Neal.
Number 23, Michael Jordan.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. And finished off by Banchero.
And great attention to detail from Banchero on the play, making sure he's there to get the ball and send it back.
The putback, and the rebound goes to the Knicks. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip to the left side wing. Hey, Coach Van Gundy, what advice would you give to the teams that are rebuilding around their young players?
Well, generally, Kevin, what I would say is get some veteran leadership, some veteran presence on your team also, so that you have guys that can show the young guys what professionalism is and help them in their adjustment to the NBA.
Yeah, getting the right kind of veteran, right, with the right kind of message.
That's a great point. Just having an older guy is not the answer.
So it's Minnesota now. The 3 from Anthony. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound.
Well, with this team leading, he might just want to put that one in his pocket next time.
And it's Banchero missing. Duncan high post. Pass to Anthony. Over Hardaway. Anthony's shot is off.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Kicks it out to Jordan. The second chance effort, and he knocks down the jumper. Jordan's got 10 points in just the second half.
Well, after a scoreless first half, he's turning things around here, looking much more aggressive.
Payton's shot is off.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Back to Jordan. Shoots a fader. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Well, they desperately need him to get going offensively. He's got to refocus and just start taking better shots.
And it's Anthony with the jam.
This is how lethal Anthony is in close, capable of drawing it down all over the defense.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Banchero outside. And 3 from Jordan. Bangs home the trifecta.
Can you even believe this is the same guy? What a difference here in the second half.
Here's Duncan. In recent history, GA, we've seen some so-called redshirt rookies really thrive in their first season.
Oh, great call, partner. Blake Griffin, Joel Embiid, Chet Holmgren, the latest, they're all forced to sit out their first year, but they got to be around the team, soak up as much knowledge as possible, and you can't really argue with the results.
And using his length, getting in close to stuff it down. That's just too easy.
Here's Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
The assist.
And on the drive, Giannis, he can be so disruptive, just muscling his way through the defense.
Duncan in the corner. Clock at 6. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. Now the Knicks with it.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Timberwolves.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Shaquille O'Neal.
Well, that work he's shown on the glass has been spectacular. You love to see that as a coach.
Here's Jordan. And it comes off the front of the rim. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, trying to get separation from the defense right there. Just couldn't get it to go.
And Gary Payton is going to pick up the foul.
Third team foul.
And that'll be his third foul so far. Minnesota making a switch. And here's Jordan outside. Tim Duncan grabs the miss.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And the rejection by Holmgren. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. O'Neal with the steal. To the inside. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close.